Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing very, very, very well. Okay, we are going to be doing like a part 2 continuation of my last video that I just posted, which was Tana Mongeau calling out Joey Graceffa for the way that he handled Tana Mongeau speaking about her uncomfortable situation on the new Escape the Night set. She talked about being harassed, she talked about how uncomfortable she was, and Joey Graceffa responded on the Just Trish podcast to her. Hear the noises of New York. The city life. Basically, Joey Graceffa responded on the Just Trish podcast and was like, well, Tana Mongeau can complain all she... Damn, these city noises. Anyways, I hope everyone is doing well out there. So yeah, Joey responded on the Just Trish podcast, which is a really weird place to kind of call Tana Mongeau out, considering that Trisha and Tana are so close, but also Tana and Trisha literally have a podcast where they can like shit talk Joey after this. But he responded and was like, well, Tana can just complain and it's like free promo for the show, which is such a gross way of responding to specifically a woman talking about feeling uncomfortable by the man on your set. And as much as Joey Graceffa loves to throw his hands up and say that he's uninvolved and it's his crew, he's always the first person to kind of gloat about the fact that he pulls off an amazing production and who he hires and how they treat the talent being Tana Mongeau, that wasn't shady by the way, it sounded shady, is on his ass. And basically what we're going to be doing today is he gave a statement to the Just Trish podcast, I guess, and we're going to dive into it. I just feel like this is all really weird and the way he's handling it. And again, it's seemingly a theme with Joey Graceffa that if like a woman speaks out against Escape the Night, like he gets like really vicious towards them. We saw it with Gabby Hanna, and now we're weirdly seeing him do it to Tana Mongeau, which again is weird because this is the new Escape the Night, and Tana Mongeau didn't have to do this show for him. These YouTubers don't have to do Escape the Night past its peak, but they're doing it because they're friends with Joey. So for him to kind of shit talk them like this is really weird. So let's get into it. Also, we have completed 5 shows on the Chronically online tour, and we have our next leg coming up. So if you are in any of these places, make sure to get your tickets. They will be linked down below. We are having so much fun on tour. You can go on my Instagram and see all the videos, and I've been posting little snippets here and there. I've been having so much fun. So shout out to everyone that I met at the last 5 shows, and I can't wait for the other ones. Also, my Patreon is linked down below. I have a bunch of extra content over there as well. But let's get into this. Joey Graceffa gives an official statement about Tana and Escape the Night drama.
Speaking of gay males, my last little bit is...
Also, keep in mind that Oscar and Joey are quite close because Oscar was friends with Joey first before all this.
I did reach out to Joey Graceffa for a statement last night.
Why didn't you tell him? I didn't even share it today because I was scared. I was like, the thumbnail, they watch my stories. I shared it internally on YouTube. I didn't share it on my stories. I'm like, I want them to see it. You texted.
I just reached out for a statement and because I was like, I guess I should get his side. It came to me like last evening.
I understand Oscar like wanting to hear Joey's standpoint, but it's really interesting how Joey Graceffa moves, which is like giving statements rather than making public posts about it when he has no problem kind of dogging on these women on public platforms. And then when he gets called out for it, he's like, yeah, I'll respond to you, Oscar, with a little statement, but I'm not going to say shit about it on my platform. It's quite weird.
I was like,
a journalist.
I should just text him, yeah. I said, can you give Just Trish an exclusive statement in response to Tana? He said, I sent Tana a text. I don't see why she can't handle things offline. I apologize to her.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Tana spoke about her experience on her podcast, right? Joey Graceffa was the one that wanted to dog on her on the Just Trish podcast. And then whenever people are on her side, he's like, I just can't see why she doesn't handle this offline. That is not someone who is remorseful. That's not someone who feels sorry. And the fact that things are happening to people on his set, they speak up against it, and he's like, wow, you had to really take this public, goes to show that he's not the right person to be running these shows. What the fuck, Joey?
To her for how I talked about it on the pod, though, and I was just being playful. I think Tana's been hurt by a lot of people.
Oh, it's playful when Joey does it, but not playful when anyone else does it.
And put me in the same boat of people who have wronged her with...
What the fuck? Tana has been wronged by people and she's putting me in the same boat as people who've wronged her. Joey, maybe she was put in an uncomfortable position on your set and maybe you should be taking responsibility for that rather than relying on the fact that Tana Mongeau has a credibility. That sucks. So many people rely on women being put down in the media or women having a bad reputation to kind of get away with talking shit about them or playfully making fun of them. What the fuck, Joey?
People with bad intentions, but I genuinely feel bad and was shocked by her reaction, and I instantly texted her. And we also handled it on set too. So I think talking about probably with that guy, I'm assuming, like when Tana told him about the harassment and stuff. She said he said we also.
Well, surely that's something that Joey Graceffa would want to kind of talk about publicly to kind of let the audience know as well, that people that are on his set aren't just being harassed by the people that he hires. Crazy thought, right? Crazy thought. Clearly a crazy thought, because he's texting Oscar behind the scenes being like, yeah, we sorted it, don't worry.
Handled it on set, and he said he's going to send her flowers. So I hope all's well that ends well.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, he's going to send her flowers. Happy fucking days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I think Joey, and this is, again, me projecting from just being around him for 2 years. I think with his whole thing is he always judges by, like, because I think he got, from our podcast episode, he got a lot of backlash too about, like, oh, is he still friends with Colleen or whatever? I don't think he is, as far as we know.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know, true. But
he's just guessed.
I mean, first of all, this is probably me projecting here. It doesn't seem like Trisha likes Joey Graceffa very much, and very clearly, and here's what's interesting. So, Tana is so close with Trisha, and Oscar's so close with Joey, but I think it very clearly looks here that, you know, Trisha is on Tana's side, which would make sense. They have a podcast together, and they've been friends for a very, very, very long time. And that Colleen thing, Oscar was like, people were saying that, you know, he was still defending Colleen. He doesn't want to dismiss her. And he's like, but we don't know if he's friends with Colleen. And Trisha's like, yeah, we don't know. We don't know. This is my favorite thing about Joey Graceffa, is that he gets called out for so much because he moves really weird. And then when people react, he says that people are overreacting. Because in his eyes, we can never only overreact, we can't just react.
For him, because also, like, I think about how we thought about you, even when people were, when he collabed with you, when you were in your Reputation era, and everyone was like, boo, tomato, don't collab with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also keep in mind, Joey Graceffa said that YouTube wouldn't allow Trisha to be on the show, but again, it was his show. Joey Graceffa didn't want to collaborate with Trisha whenever it wasn't popular to collaborate with Trisha. Don't get this wrong here. Joey Graceffa hasn't just went independent and now wants to work with Trisha. I promise you, Joey Graceffa was one of the people not wanting Trisha to be on Escape the Night whenever she was in the bad public gracing, whatever the fucking word I'm looking for here is. You know what I mean? People like Joey move really, really, really interestingly.
He's very much like, he judges people by his interactions with them, for better or worse. Like, sometimes, like, girl, read the room.
Yeah.
But sometimes when it...
Trisha, low-key don't give a fuck.
was, you know, he ends up on top because he trusts his gut with people, but sometimes he has to, like, see things for himself. Again, for better or worse. But I think with the Tana thing, he also... I think here we were being very, like, cheeky.
Yes.
We were shading him. You said I jumped off a sinking ship, you know. We're being very, like library is open.
Totally,
so,
yes.
Yeah.
That was the vibes. It was before the Tana, obviously the seriousness of it. And I Joey, to me, and again, as far as I know, I don't have the best judgment of character. I one time said, Colleen and Joey are so problematic. Like, what?
Famous last words, yes.
But I will say, Joey does seem, like, never malicious. And we talked about that when he was here. It's like, he's never been one to, like, talk bad about people. I don't think he's, like, malicious. But, like, obviously, after hearing Tana's story...
Yeah, same.
I was like, take it more seriously.
Yes,
like, I don't...
Take it more seriously, dumbass. Clock it. Yeah, here's the difference. You can have a playful podcast and you can be playful, but when someone that you have hired for your show is talking about being, like, sexually harassed by one of your crew members, and then you're going to address that in a goofy, playful manner, that's not on, and it doesn't show a level of, like, sympathy. It doesn't show any professionalism. And Joey has been called out before for his behavior on Escape the Night and Escape the Night as a whole, that it's like, with this new era of Escape the Night, you're already launching in with responding to people talking about being, like, sexually harassed on set and being harassed on set with this playful response. And, oh, like, how unprofessional is that? And also, Tana did this show, as she said, because she was Joey's friend. So also, what a way to treat a friend.
Yeah, but if he handled it on set, I guess he knew. And maybe he just didn't, maybe she wasn't making it so serious, or he wasn't trying to make it as serious.
Yeah.
They were trying to keep it light, maybe.
It does seem kind of like miscommunication, but also Tana is talking about like her, like what she was talking about. I went back to listen to Canceled too to see exactly what she was saying about like being hung up and having a guy being like, "Ooh, I want to do this to you off camera," or whatever. Like that is really serious.
Yeah.
And even she was like, that wasn't a reflection of Joey, but like it is on your set, so the least you can do is like take me serious. And I agree with that. I think.
Yeah.
Again, at a bare minimum, whether Joey was the one responsible for it or not, it was someone that was hired on his set. Okay, if you're going to let him off with that one, how are you going to let him off going on podcasts, giggling and kikiing about this happening to someone? Because he's relying on people not taking Tana seriously, which we've seen time and time again with Tana Mongeau, which is unfortunate.
I think on here, it was like he came across dismissive, and I don't think that was necessarily his intent, but realistically, that is how it came off. So that is his bad. But I love a queen who can apologize,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sending flowers.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that he gave a statement.
He was quick with it, too. It was like within 30 seconds.
Wow.
I was like,
I'd
wow.
be scared if someone asked me for a statement. I usually ignore it. I'd be like, I don't want to give a statement.
He gave it head on. I was like,
love
what not?
it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Exclusive
statement.
tea. Hopefully this tea isn't stale by Thursday.
It won't be. Canceled won't come out for another 3 weeks.
True.
So.
True. But Joey daily vlogs, so who knows?
Right.
All right, I think that's a good point, which is don't be dismissive with it, right? Don't be dismissive. Whether it was your intentions or not, the way it happened and the way you've dealt with it, whether it was your intention or not, happened. And you've got to address that and you've got to take it seriously. And again, I just think I've seen time and time again with Joey Graceffa the way he dismisses a lot of women that speak against him. And I'm not going to say there's a pattern there, but like, take it as you will. I don't know. It's very weird. It's very, very, very weird. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I just don't like how, again, regardless of your opinion of Tana, the way people treat her when she speaks up about things. I don't like it at all. All right, muckers. I will see you in my next one. I hope you're all doing very well, and goodbye.